Good evening, everyone. Good evening, the one. I so totally have nothing else to do. I have nothing better to do but to hang out in the stars, to hang out with the love force, to hang out with the universe, to hang out with just this moment. Just this moment. I have nothing better to do. I don't think there's anything better to do than right now, this moment, right? I think this doing stuff is going out of style, don't you? Do you get a little rugged, little ragged at the edges? You getting a little worn down these days, kids? Are you getting putting more out and enjoying it less type of thing, right? This daily life grind has a way of grinding you down, doesn't it? But there's some tips and there's some secrets on how to win this game of life, you know? There's some real good tips, love practices, and we do them right here on the Love Force Revolution that can pick you up, can bring you into a new energy, that can bring you into this thing called the heart, can actually, get a little life going on in that heart. Hey, Zeus! Boy, you aren't messing around tonight, my brother. You stepping right on this love line. Must have been a heck of a day for you, you know? Doesn't matter what kind now, because we step outside of that arena and we step into this love force. We step into a consciousness and awareness, a love practice, a brother sisterhood, a timeout, a pause. Our subject tonight, Jesus, is let it friggin' be. Let it be. Let it be. Let it all be. Because there's nothing more powerful and regenerating than to just be here right now in this so-called present moment. That's it. That's why I have nothing better to do, because this present moment is it. I don't have to go to the next moment. Why don't we enjoy this one fully and completely, you know? How do you do that? Don't ask me. I just practice it. But don't ask me. You ask yourself, right? How can we just be here now? I get a good feeling in my heart. You are that kind of person. That is just when you decide on something, that's it. When you make up your heart, that's it, right? And you put everything into it. I just get that about you, Jesus. And you know, I don't have the honor of having to have any time with you, so-called, in the physical experience. But you know what? Maybe it's better this way, man. You know, maybe it's better that we just, put on a whole new way of looking at someone, because the someone ain't here. You can see me, but I can't see you. And so what we do here is, because I do believe that the thoughts today decided a person's day. Their thoughts, their feelings, their choices, their actions, their reactions, their proactions, whatever it was, was a heck of a day for anybody. Just to be in this game of life is no small thing, man. And to have a day where you could just kind of have a regenerative effect, instead of having the thoughts take you one way, another way, maybe down, and this, and then, and maybe you spiral up, or you just, it's just all over the place, man. But the let it be is just right here, right now. We just let those thoughts go. How does that sound? I say that there. Drop the thoughts, lift up the heart, man. Aspire the heart. Think of something really awesome in your heart right now. If it takes you a little while, then it's a perfect place for you and I to be right now, to look inside this heart and to pull up something that can lift it up. Something, a memory, person, an animal, something you do in nature, something positive, bro. Because I'm telling you, people are getting really hammered by the negative thoughts, man. I'm telling you, by the negative script that they're running each day, and why this is so important that we drop the thoughts and lift the heart tonight, Jesus, because we can help them. We can help ourselves tonight. because it's not easy for anyone on the planet. It's not easy to be under this heavy cloak of a duality and to manage very well. People are ragged at the edges and they're kind of getting burned out, and their nerves are getting really kind of like, their nerve ends are like hot wires. You know what I mean? Like, just look at me the wrong way. Ah! Right? Say something I'm not agreeing with. Ah! That's called burnout. That's called burnout, brother. And that's why we need to drop the thoughts and lift up the heart tonight. And let that be. Let our human condition just go, boo. Let it be. We're from the stars, bud. We're from invisible land. You know, we're intangible. We're invisible. We're the invisible man. We're the invisible woman. Pretending that we have this form and all the stuff that goes along with it, you know. The thoughts, the feelings, the desires, the aches and pains, the aging, the changes, the broken bones, the diseases, and on and on. Now that's a heck of a video game to be dropped into, you know. I think against our will too, Jesus. We just dropped in. We just found ourselves in this body again, right, man? At some age, you started to realize, whoa, what the heck's going on? And that's why our young people are pretty rebellious, you know. That's why some people just tattoo themselves up and down and wear rings in their noses, and that's, you know, it's because we've landed here from who knows where, and it's hard to get your bearings, you know. It's hard to find your true north. It's hard to I don't know, even get a slight little grip on something positive, you know, because there's a bombardment coming into the mind, Jesus. And you know, here's the thought of the night right here, my brother. And thank you for being here, honestly. Every minute you're here is precious, because there's nothing better for us to do than to be here in this moment. Inputting positive stuff. I don't care if it comes in or not. The fact that we are sitting here when our intention is to be positive, you're welcome. You're welcome. Soul welcome, man. Heart welcome. Let it be. Yeah, let it be. The fact that we can be sitting here and kind of getting some space within us. Getting a little space, because most people's minds are clogged up. You know what I mean? They're clogged up. Most of us have, you know, emotional clog up. We have physical clog up. Things are getting stuck, you know? And when the energy gets stuck, it's not a good thing, because then life force, the love force, can't flow. So tonight we're just seeing if we can release something. I spent some hours today because my cell phone was telling me I have no storage. And of course, when I looked at my emails, I don't want to tell you how many thousand I had piled up. And my text messages, hello, that takes up a little storage, right? And then other apps and all this kind of stuff. So it took me a while to delete some stuff, because this iPhone thing wasn't going to work unless I did something. Do you see the analogy that I'm going to make, my brother? Now this body starts to slow down, doesn't work as efficiently when we keep storing, putting stuff in, but not deleting anything out. Right? Until finally it just says, sorry, but you can't keep operating. You got to do something. You got to let go of something, man. You need either more storage, but better yet, why don't you go back into the past, and any stuff that you're holding on to that really doesn't have any real relevance to this right now, let it be moment, get the heck rid of it. So that's what I did with my cell phone. And there's so much stuff on there. Defrag, right? Defrag it, man. You know? So that's part of our let it be tonight, Jesus, is that we can just kind of just not, you know, we're not going to be moving a mouse around and deleting things. But we can certainly see if we can drop drop enough stuff so we can be open for the most positive, what we can co-create now, because there's just the two of us. We might have some viewers watching to co-create the, like you lift your heart, bud, and I'll lift mine. I'll call you on your lift up. I'm going to call you on that lift up, and I'm going to raise the bar. I'm going to lift up the energy a little higher. And it's that kind of love game, you see. And I think that does two things. It helps to, lift us up. And two, I think it does some deleting. Because if there's an intake and uptake, there's something got to give. And it might just give on its own. It might just give because we decided to lift up. And we're going to lose something at the bottom, Something's going to defrag. It's going to be let go of. You see what I'm saying? But have you ever heard this, Jesus, that the mind is like a sponge? It's like a sponge. Whatever we decide to focus on gets in there, and just the mind soaks it up, man. So we have these senses. So if you focus on something with your eyes, and you really focus, put your attention on it, just your attention on it, and decide to focus on it, the mind just sucks up that image. It just sucks up whatever it is that you're looking at. And then it affects your whole being, right? Depending on what you're looking at. Some people are looking for something to get mad at. Some people are looking at something to stimulate them, right? Some people are looking for, I don't know, they're just restless eyes, They're just looking around, right? And then things hit them in sensory bombardment through the eyes and the ears, the hearing, and it just gets into the sponge of your mind, and your mind absorbs it. Now listen, buddy, you know this as well as me. That stuff just doesn't go away. Even at the end of a day today, see, without the deleting of some of the stuff that came in, see, I call it, let me just backtrack a little. I call ingestion, it's ingesting, what we ingested through the five senses today. Ingested, what we focused on to ingest. What we ate, what we smelled, what we touched, what we heard, and what we saw. We ingested it. And I think ingestion is more important than the digestion. Now, see, your digestion might have to work, and mine overtime, if we were bringing in negative stuff. That's hard to digest, right? Especially if we don't have the tools. How do you digest a negative day or negative thoughts? How do you digest it if you're following me? Right? Thank you for letting me share it with you too, man. Right? So I guess where I'm leading for the let it be and drop the thoughts and lift up the heart is that we need to be like ninja love warriors, samurai. We need to be like heart Navy SEALs. We have to be with eyes behind our head. We have to be now looking to focus only on the positive, brother, and to have positive thoughts, because the mind is going to sponge it up. It's just going to sponge it up. And if we can ingest the positive, there's less digestion to work overtime, if at all doable, to digest the negative if you don't have some love practices and some tools and have been practicing for a while. It's very hard to digest. And then our elimination is not healthy either. You know what I'm saying? If we ingest the negative, the digestion is going to take forever, even if it works to digest that negative stuff in a positive way, clogged up again, and then our elimination isn't healthy too. So these are just kind of physical things, but they also work mentally and emotionally, if you can follow me. So why I love this session tonight, Jesus, and this Love Force Revolution, because if nothing else, it's a bombardment of positive thoughts, right? You agree with me on that? It's a bombardment of positive thoughts. And for you and I to be sitting here, we really have nothing better to do. but to be in one moment, one breath at a time, allowing, holding out for, intending, hoping, wanting, desiring, positive to come into this brain. So the mind can sponge up that positive, it's called peace of mind, brother. Peace. Let it be. Is not allowing any of those thoughts that your positivity is awesome. Right? And it's shareable, but that means, takes one to know one, Jesus. Takes one to know one. But I'm telling you, it's so insanely, radically important for me because if you're going to want some of this love stuff that we talk about, if we want to enjoy life, if we want quality of life, if we want, prosperity and success and to share good energy to this world, man, this is really the most important thing that we're talking about tonight. And if at the bottom layer, that we just show up to it and we bathe in it, and this is called wisdom. We don't have it going on all the time, but we show up and we we start the inflow, the ingestion. Hang around positive people. Make your little mantra so you can be saying your own positive statements. You know what I mean? And then really be like a ninja love warrior, or this Navy SEAL that is, Navy SEAL heart person that is just going to focus on as best you can. It's just the awareness game, brother. As best you can, be careful what your eyes are focusing on. And if there's things that tempt you, and there's stuff that tempts us all, that is a great practice that we better receive a big breath, start counting to 10 and go the other way, man. Run like the dickens the other way. Divert. Defrag. Divert. Have your intention. I'm only focusing on the positive. I'm only going to focus on what's going to lift my heart and bring me peace of mind. That's what drop the thoughts mean. It means no thoughts. This is a no thought zone tonight for you and me, brother. And it's a positive ingestion tonight, my brother. And it's to bring some love into the heart tonight, brother. Does that sound like some worthy minutes that we get to share together tonight? I mean, I like I said, I have nothing better to do than to practice one moment at a time to be positive, man. Now I get to practice it with you. I think that is awesomeness. Woo! Yeah, so listen, we got a little song. Man. You wanna hum along with me? Right now is the time. Nice. I put it all on the line. So first two lines, right? Right now is the time for Jesus and Tom to put it all on the line. To open our minds, kind of what we've been talking about, and enter our heart divine. Right now is the time. We leave it all behind. We journey back home and into the light divine. So the next words are simple. They go so close to you, so close to you. Now the you is the big you. It's the universe. It's the cosmic love force, right? It's the big truth of everything. That's just gigantic love and peace and happiness and joy. Yeah. So that means so close to you. We're so close to you. I like to say that is the beloved. Beloved, close to you. We're so close to Right now is the time we put it all on the line, okay? We put it all on the line. We open our mind, right? We open our mind. Then we enter our heart divine. And we enter our heart divine. Right now is the time. We leave it all behind. We leave it all behind. Journey back home, bro. We journey back home. Into the light divine. Into the light divine. And now we're getting close to that one truth, that one happy place, that intimacy with the love force itself. So close to you. We're so close to you, beloved. Close to you. We're so close to you. Let's go around from the top again. Right now is the time. Leave it all behind. We leave it all behind. We open our minds, right? We open our mind. We're going to enter our heart divine and enter our heart divine. Right now is the time. We put it all on the line. We put it all on the line. We're going to journey back home. Now we're going into the light, man, and enter the light divine. Now we're close. Oh, we're so close to you, beloved. Close to you, beloved. Close to you. We're so close to you. We're so close to you, beloved. Close to you, beloved. Close to you. Oh, we're so close to you. Yeah, we visualize, you kind of visualize. See, Jesus, sometimes this stuff you still don't feel any different, right? You practice the positive affirmation. You might sing a little bit, but we still are weighed down. That's because we're running out of storage, brother. Everything's slowing down, right? The cell phone, computer slow down when it's just junked up with too much stuff. We're bringing too much stuff in. Maybe not the positive stuff either. And it's getting ready to crash. Basically, it's going to say, sorry, but you can't operate me anymore, right? So regardless, though, whether we feel it or not, whether it's so-called working for us, try to stay away from that, my man. We're doing this for the pure love of it. We're doing this for the pure faith of it. We're doing this for whatever is the reason your heart wants to do it, right? I feel just the effort, just the pure intention. That's the bang for your buck, man. Right? I think that's the bang. And then our faith tells us this is some good is going to come from this. Hey, world, friends, brothers and sisters, don't give up. Don't give up. Don't just say you can't change. Don't just say this is the way I am. I'm screwed up. Don't. Look at me and Jesus are here tonight. One moment at a time, man. Because we have nothing else to do. Because if we can be one moment at a time, just letting the positive in and deleting an old file or two, we know it can help you. Right? So we're here for you. We're here for us. We're here for our world. So people, don't give up. Please. Please don't give up. In fact, make a soul determination that you're going to whip yourself into action now. That you're not going to take your old stuff, just taking it day after day. It's killing you. It's killing you. It's timing you out, baby. It's taking away all other options. And every day that we don't step into our power, and every day we don't make a solid intention to up the heart and drop the hearts, man, it gets harder Do you see what we're saying? Well, it's Monday night, so I have this on Monday night. Well, darn it, I could probably pretty much bet that you have Tuesday night, I have this on Tuesday, Wednesday night. So what me and Jesus might be just wondering about is, do you have time to let go of something negative and bring in something positive, do you? Because I'll tell you one thing, baby, time is running out, and I'll tell you another thing, baby. That I wasted time, said Shakespeare, and now time does waste me. So close to you, beloved, close to you. Hey, we're blinded. We don't feel it. We don't see it. But who the heck cares? We're intending it. We believe it. You know, there's better in all of us. And it's just waiting for you, my friend, to pull the trigger, to open the door, to initiate a charge for the light like never before. You know what I'm saying? I know you do. So close to you, beloved, close to you, beloved, close to you, beloved, close to you. One more round. We're all gonna sing this. Right now is the time. Leave it all behind. I leave it all behind. I open my mind. I open my mind. And what happens? And we enter the heart divine. The heart divine. Right now is the time. We put it all on the line. We put it all on the line. We're gonna journey back home. We journey back home into the light, man, into the stars, and into the light divine. Now, everybody, please have faith, have trust that each moment that you are in a moment with nothing better to do but to be in this moment, you are getting close to what you've been looking for lifetimes and lifetimes. What has been evading you because you've been evading having a full-out, heart-centered, trusting, faithful effort to charge the beloved. So close to you, beloved, close to you, beloved, close to you. I'm so close to you. Believe it. So close to you. We're so close to you, beloved, close to you, beloved, close to you, beloved, close to you, beloved, close to you. Hey, what if we sang this for 2 hours straight? What would operate in you? What would that do for you? You'll do other things for 2 hours straight tonight. You go to a movie for 3 hours straight tonight. Now, I'm asking you, I'm throwing the gauntlet down to every earthling tonight. What are you willing to do to pick yourself up? What? Is a minute? Huh? Every now and then? If any? Or are you willing to make a charge for the light? Why? For you, yes. But you are a little big you. You are a big you, and everyone else is part of you, baby. So can't you kind of hold a bigger perspective that this world is an us and everything in it and every thought we have, whether we're going to give up or we're going to make a charge or even worse, stay on a damn fence? Everybody can go up or down because of you. This is drop the thoughts that keep being negative. And join us, me and Jesus. And then who's this Sobi? Hey, Sor, welcome. I don't know if I've had the great pleasure of having you on this love line, but now that I do, I give you my heart, my man. I give you all the sincerity of it. And I just wish the very best for you. I see you as the best, so it's not even a wish. You are the best, my brother. Thanks for joining me and Jesus. We were holding out for the world, just the two of us, and Clark, Great White Northon. What's that? Great White Northon. There you go. Clark's on. Thank you, kids. I'm telling you, there's heroes in the making on this love line tonight. To come on where we have made an intention, just a hard intention, that we're going to just open the mind. We're going to delete some old files, if possible, tonight. And we're going to input the most positive that we as a small group can generate. Because the mind is a sponge, and me and Jesus were discussing that. Mostly me was saying that. It's a sponge, kids. And so whatever you put into your mind today, whatever thoughts you decided to think today, whatever you looked at and concentrated on, whatever opinions that you made up in your mind, whatever judgments, whatever else it's like just soaking up your vitality right now. It's just soaking in. You ever wonder why you're just kind of blah? Well, dang it, man. Look what you allowed into the mind. Ingestion is more important than digestion, kids. That's being a proactive hero in the battle of life. But I guess it needs a focus, right? You need to know what you're going to go out and look at. You need to know. Otherwise, you're just going to sucked in. You're going to have restless eyes. And those restless eyes get many person in a heap of trouble, boy. Because we're not built. We're not samurai'd yet. We're not love ninjas strong yet. And we get drawn down by our old tendencies and all those temptations which just cloak the possibilities for you to have a day where you just sponged up the positive, In fact, I would go as far to say is that every moment, because our subject is I have nothing, well, it means let it be. But my mantra today was I have nothing better to do than to be in this moment positively. I have nothing better to do than to be in this moment. It had nothing to do with the doing. But to be in this moment so that whatever came into my heart, mind and heart, that I did choose to let in, that I did choose to chew on, that I decided I was going to bring it in, for better or for worse, that it was going to be positive. So we're up talking about let it be, let those thoughts be. So you have a moment, a pause, a breath, a count to 1, 2, 3, so that you can choose what you're going to bring into the SpongeBob mind. Wasn't there a SpongeBob character, right? Because it's going to affect the rest of your day. And it's affecting the rest of your life by Jove, because I was using the analogy there's too much storage on the, you put too many stuff in the iPhone and now it's running out of storage, it's slowing down, and then pretty soon it just won't work for you. So, have we used the capacity? Are we used up? Have we filled up this system with so much crap and so much stuff that we haven't deleted? So there's two things me and Jesus been doing. We've been deleting tonight. We've been deleting some negative stuff. And that's up to you how you're going to go about it. And we've been opening it up because if nothing else, kids, if nothing else, soar on this station, when you come on, there's going to be a download of positive stuff. That's it. If nothing else. If nothing else. But I think when that happens, then here comes the love. Here comes the love, baby. It's coming in, right? And now, like my first thought up there, drop the thoughts, lift up the heart. And really, quite frankly, let it be that you have to be all the time in your mind. All the friggin' time. It's got us by the you-know-what. And we're afraid to admit it. And that ain't no way to live. That is not a way to live. Thoughts are cheap. They're worth 2 cents a thought. Penny. No, not even 2 cents. Give me a penny for your thought. But something from the heart, now that is invaluable, my man. And that's what we strive. This is a Love Ninja boot camp, Soar. We're in some kind of ridiculous, I don't know, urgent something, because there's a call to arms. Actually, there's a call to no harm on this planet. And we have to start by not negating our own being, right? Which comes from the stars, which is positivity itself, which is light and love itself, you see? So there's a sense of urgency here too, Soar. I'm on it. I'm on twice a day. Clark comes on twice a day. Jesus comes on whenever he can. And we're so happy you are here, my brother. Honestly, wherever you've come from, whatever is the story, whatever you're up to, however you think, doesn't matter, bro. What matters is that we practice a few things here, let go of some junk, and then be here to fill up with the positive and maybe spark the heart. Spark the heart. Spark the heart. Woo! We love that saying here, Soar. We get a little spark, you know? A little spark, a little something to just get a little more life energy. Because that mind that's sponged out with the negative, or just opinions, or just the judgments, and you know, innocently enough, I mean, you know, there's TV, there's movies, there's debates, there's always something, there's sports, and innocently enough, right? Oh, I'm going to watch this tonight. But, you know, it depending on your interest level, the more you're interested in it, the more you have to watch it, the deeper the stuff goes into the sponge of your mind, the harder it is to get out. And then all of a sudden, you're in a whole discussion with it with other people. Now you're really getting further and further from your heart. Hello, Kendo! You just decided we better play a game. So she's barking the heart. Kendo, welcome. We needed you tonight. There's just a few band of brothers and sisters here on this love line tonight. But we're holding out for our world. We're holding out that everyone can drop one negative thing tonight and to open their mind and bring in one big bomber of a positive idea, right? And then if all goes well, we spark this heart, right? You know the drill, Kendo. You've been in this love camp for a while now. So you got to go. And so thank you for showing up. It really means a lot to Jesus. And Soar joined us for the first time, I believe. And then Clark, you've seen Clark's name on there, and Clark has seen Kando's name. So thank you, kids, thank you. And you know, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what kind of day we had, or what kind of life, or what kind of person you are, what kind of your beliefs. We're not talking about all that stuff. We're not talking about our day stuff. We're not talking about belief stuff. We're not talking about story of our that we have running as a script in our. We're not. Here we come. All that stuff is put aside, and we just see if we can hang out as quality time, man, quality moments. And I'm telling you, add those up, Clark, Kendo, the quality moments that we've had on this love line. Jesus, add them up. That's pure gold. It's pure gold. When you look at the options, when you look at, how conditioned the mind is and how much crud is in the sponge of it, right? That we could have easily just flattened out tonight. Easily flattened out. But no. What's in a heart? What's in our nature, kids? Kendo executed the heart spark flawlessly, sneaking in the stronghold of doubts through the back entrance of loving kindness and looting 150 love points from the heart. Woo! Look at that. Now I tell you that Kendo's magic. That Kendo's got the golden touch, the Midas touch. Yes, Kendo does. Absolutely. Woo! See that? I talk about a little uplift of the heart and drop the thoughts. With that kind of explosion and those bonus points coming into all of us like that, I just gotta love it. I have nothing better to do. That's been my mantra today. People say that the way that usually we hear it and we understand it, but I have nothing better to do because this moment is premium. This moment is all I have, and it's the best. So there's nothing. I have nothing to do except be here now, or let it be. Let it all be. Receive, breathe, and let it be, right, kids? Receive, breathe, let the thoughts be, kids. Receive, believe, exhale, let it be, kids. See, even the breaths that we've taken here, every time you take a diaphragm breath, they'll score some love points. Inhale, And when you believe in the positive and you're receiving the positive, exhale, then you just let it be. Let the world just be. Let everything be. You know, like the planets are resting in space. They're quiet, right? They're just resting in space. You and I are resting in space. We're resting in something magnificent. Can we rest? Can we rest more? Can we rest this mind more? And then can we be on the lookout, really important, of the ingestion, what we focus on, how much time we're putting. You don't see it. We're blinded most of the time. We don't see that our routine is carving out our possibilities, or they're leaking our possibilities, our everyday routine. Now that's okay if you are holding the positive in your mind with whatever routine you're doing. If you're inputting into yourself, above it, transcending the doing of watching TV or whatever, and you input so that you are in charge of the input of the most positive thoughts that you can bring in, that's okay then. But until then, this is kind of right in you know, this is the second month of Love Force Boot Camp. It's the second month, kids, where we get really, really focused on the ingestion part of life, right? Because it really affects. The mind is a sponge. It will gobble up whatever you focus on. And if you want to switch in your operating, your MO, your mode of operation, if you want a real drastic switch, you just might consider this ingestion of the positive. Moment by moment. Moment by moment. Because isn't the mind always active? That's why we have to be active. We have to counterintuitive or counterattack the conditioned mind with being right here, right now. We're loving this, right? We haven't sang that for a bit, but right here, right now, we're loving this right here, right now. We're loving, or I'm loving you. We'll put it in the I. Right here, right now, I'm loving this. Just this now. Just this. It doesn't matter what the this is. It doesn't. Because we're talking about an interior thing. Not an exterior thing with the outer. We're saying right here, right now, I am loving the most positive input injected into my brain that I'm allowing to happen. Right here. Right now, I'm loving this. Right here and right now, I'm loving you. I'm loving you. Right here and right now, I'm loving this. Right here and right now, I'm loving you. Right here and right now. What if we hit, just like Kando, spark that heart spark, you know? And we hit a jackpot, we got all those 150 love points. What if right now, somehow through amazing grace and the blessings that each of us are here, you know, with all the other choices we could be doing tonight, are here right now, and the universe says, man, these kids, Mama, let's give them something special. They showed up, right? They're so well-intentioned. They mean so well. Let's give them, what if all of a sudden your mind is just flooded, just like a of thoughts that just beyond you, but they're so positive, they're so beautiful, they're just like, they're so forgiving, they're so like, God, you have nothing to worry about. They're so like, man, everything is perfect in my life, everything is perfect in your life, and they come in and they don't stop. Could you visualize that while we sing a few more rounds of Right Here, Right Now, I'm loving this? Could you? Do you see our creative potential on this thing here, kids? Do you see how this system operates now? Do you see how I come in from every angle and it's always a little bit different? Do you see that I am totally not scripted at all? So where is this information coming from, huh? I'll tell you, years and years of boot camp love practice, and then Colonel Roy comes on. Thank you. You're welcome. Colonel, bottom line, I think, for all of us, and we're desperate need for positivity, man. So you come on and you bring some of that, and all of a sudden, we're a more powerful group. And the world's a better place. Because I swear, every mind is starved for positivity. It's getting deluged. It's allowing the deluge because we haven't mustered up. Colonel Roy Mustard, we haven't mustered up enough training under our belt so that we can, have some forces available to us. They're there. But we haven't been focusing on. We haven't rallied the troops yet. Enough, I don't think. So that every thought that we allow to enter into this, we said it's a sponge, the mind is. It will absorb whatever you focus on, whatever thought you bring in it. So that we are really on our front line. I do believe, Colonel, that the front line of this battle of life belongs right here. We center it, and we have our training, our love training in the heart, which will bring a frequency that's higher, which then will tune into higher vibrational thoughts. And then, baby, we choose, select, we love out of existence. That was my bombs away, love bombing away. We bomb away all those negative intruders that want to penetrate into your mind and take it over and then be a tyrant of you, right? Oh man, this is it tonight. This is I knew something was up tonight, but I didn't know it was this powerful. But of course it's this powerful, because everything is powerful. You're powerful. We're powerful. We come onto this love line, and our life is at stake. Our world is at stake. Everything's at stake. So you coming on, Colonel, you just took this thing to a whole nother level, because that's what we're focusing on now. This is the takeaway. If you go back and watch any one of these Love Force Revolution, I like to call them their love cast, not a broadcast, a love cast, you're going to find so many what we call guerrilla love fair tactics, strategies. I swear, this morning was off the charts. You go back and you go, whoa, that should be maybe something to consider. And grab one from each one of these Lovecasts every day. There's one that kind of pops out for each one. And this is the one tonight. And, journal it. Write it down, kids, because this is the strategy for life, man. We just ain't here wasting time, We're just not like just chatting like we are at a coffee shop. No, not with everything at stake the way it is, And most of the world not interested in this, so their mind is open for prey, for birds of prey, for thoughts that are just literally out, looking for people who are not guarding. They're not protecting their own divine vehicle here, right? So these thoughts just go, here's someone I can slip into. They call that sometimes people possessed, man. Right? So this is guerrilla love fair tonight, ain't it? And these are good tips. You gotta admit, huh? Jesus has been sitting there. He got on right at 6 o'clock, and he just sits there and holds. I believe Jesus is just letting this stuff in, man. If I were you, and I am, all of you, I would let this stuff come in, but I wouldn't just then go my merry way. I would take some notes. I would take something down from this Lovecast and write it out. And you're going to have a book of guerrilla love fair strategies, kids, because daily life is going to come at you every which way. And you think you got it kind of down? No, you haven't even seen the tactics yet of the dark side when it knows that you're getting ready to really lift the heart and drop the thoughts. It gets nasty. It'll come at you in ways you never even could dream about. So do you see why we're a love camp here? And let people be watching what they're doing tonight, doing what they're doing. But I'm telling you, we got a few good men and a few good women on this station tonight. And I bow to you, literally. I'll be in the guerrilla love fair with you any day. I got your back as best as I can have your back, man. We precious few, said Shakespeare, when they were going into a battle against outrageous numbers outweighing them. We few, we precious few, we band of brothers and sisters. It's like the days of chivalry, ain't it? Isn't it? Doesn't this stir your blood? Doesn't the cause that we're talking about here kind of just get something, like another gear in you sparked? Doesn't it? I hope so, kids, because you got gear after gear after gear of unlimited power just ready to come out. And I'm telling you, if there's just one or two of us that really just keep practicing this from here on out, that's a very successful. I'd feel my life be very successful, right? But daggone it, I always hold out for the underdogs to win. And we're the underdogs, baby, right? Being a human is an underdog situation, right? Because we got to rise from the ashes, baby, from the fire like a phoenix. And that's why this video game is the best. This video game of mortal life as we ascend to our immortal nature. Right here, right now, I'm loving this. Right here, right now, I'm loving you. Right here, right now, I'm loving this. Right here, right now, I'm loving you. Keep going. Right here, right now, I'm loving this. Right here, right now, I'm loving you. Everyone we're loving. Right here, right now, I'm loving this. Right here and right now, I'm loving you. Yeah. Woo! Powerhouses. You, me, everyone in their core. In the heart of the heart of the heart. Cosmic powerhouses, and boy, do we need to spark that heart to the powerhouse that it is. Look at this. See? You feeling it tonight, kids? Thank you. Thank you so much for empowering this situation, for expanding the intention that I had for tonight. Which was at the top of the thing. It said, drop the thoughts, lift up the heart. Let everything else be. You need some space. We don't have much storage left, right? We're running out of gas, right? We're tired at the end of the day. The mind is all filled with the stuff that you allowed again into it, that sponged your mind, took up all the data of the mind, and even if you wanted to, you can't even draw even any piece from the darn thing. You know what I'm saying? So rainbow and light, yeah. Oh, rainbow, just watch this thing tonight. It's just full of power. But I say that every night. I just, cause how I feel. I feel this in my atoms. Can you tell? You can see my body language, right? I just feel in my atoms. I just feel it the essence as much as I could feel the essence. I can feel the truth as much as I can feel the truth. I can feel the light as much as I can feel the light. I can feel the love as much as I can feel the light. I can feel the urgency as much as I can feel the urgency. And on and on and on and on and on. And I just want everyone to feel this. I want everyone to know they are the one, man. They are the one. And they need to get ready to wake up. Get ready, get prepared. We can't waste another life. It's too precious. Who's Arcade Dreams? You feeling it, Arcade? Kaboom! Kapow! You feeling it. Everybody send Arcade all your good energy. All of it. We hold out for the best of the best in this stream and live place, man, so that there's some place, an oasis, a time out, right? Pull into a place and wow, there's good energy, and there's no strings attached to it. We don't want anything. We just want to see if we can get a little uplift from a very difficult day and a very difficult life, and that's across the board, Arcade. That's just it's across the board. You, me, and everyone. And I think it's kind of a planetary kind of a hypnosis that's put on us here. Because I know the one who created all this knows that we're super soul power. It's a Marvel comic comic book. We're also heroes put on a planet with tremendous delusion, with tremendous obstacles, with tremendous just needs and divisions and all this stuff. So Arcade, we can pull it out, man. We can win this thing. I call this the video game. The video game of what's going on. Bro, I know that you know. Otherwise, I don't think the magnetism or whatever the force was that got you here would get you here, right? I think that there's a real purpose behind. I don't believe that there's any more I did when I wasn't, aware, as I am now, but there are no insignificant moments. There are no coincidences, as you know, right? There is just a cosmic plan afoot, and it's just impeccable, because it is to awaken all these mortals to their immortal true nature, right? We are mortal, man. We don't die. It goes on. But the game is, we better find that out. If we want to even know to find it out. Unless we're just so numbed out that that's it. We're numbed out today, we're numbed out tomorrow, we're mad today, we're mad tomorrow. Do you call that life? That's a definition, as they asked one sage, this wise man. They asked him, "Sir, where is hell?" He said, "Where do you think you are?" Right? You think it's some place, man? No, it's exactly where you are at right now. Either hell, kind of out of hell, kind of okay, I'm getting by, or you are maybe moving up into higher realms. Whoa, I feel special, right? I feel empowered. I feel like I am part of something big. I want to be a part of it. I belong to everything and everyone. I want to see. I want to find out just how powerful I am. How magnificent, So it's all these different levels, right? Wow. So, wait, I'm confused now. No worries, brother. No worries. Don't listen to me. Just feel the vibes, right? Just feel the vibes. Because that's all that we have going on here, the sharing of the good energy. Got Colonel Roy Mustard that's pouring out some good stuff, and we have some other people too. Who's this? Ooh, Mikanya. We're all interconnected and interrelated. There we go. So, thank you. Thank you for that comment. You throw that out there, there's power coming to all of us here, helping us. There's going to be things we don't get, but you know what? There's this feeling. Feel the force, Luke? Feel it. Feel it. And if it feels positive and good, then that's a good feeling. That is worth making sure you have and to keep growing it, right? And then as you fill up with all more good stuff than the old stuff, yes, aliens unite. You bet. There's some good aliens, man. There's some ETs that are just this real harmony, high vibrational beings, and probably our planet is still a planet because of them. And not just them, but there are forces. There's so much going on, kids. Who's Jerry? Hey, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Jerry. This is maybe not a typical little station here with the Love Force Revolution, but I'm telling you, we have one purpose tonight, Jerry, and that is to see if we can just chill a bit, leave it all on everything out, use our usual stuff, our usual chatter, our usual whatever. We're trying to build some more positive energy, man, basically. We're trying to see if the mind will accept it, number one. We're seeing if there's any room in the mind for something positive that isn't already kind of just conditioned in the mind, right? Because so easy for humans just to have these certain thoughts and they just repeat, and then pretty soon there's no room for another thought when we have potential for any thought we want. Yeah. So welcome, and we all send positive vibes, says Jesus. So yeah, so we just practice these things. I call them love practices. I also call this as a love ninja boot camp, right? For people who want their hearts to feel better. We call it spark the heart when you have a little spark here. Whatever. But everyone's got a different thing going on. But these are kind of just like general guidelines that we're holding out because, there's enough, in my opinion, enough negativity out there. You can find it almost on every street corner, right? In fact, you do find it on every street corner. You find it on almost everywhere in between a street corner and another street corner, right? There's plenty of that. But show me, brother. Show me where I can hang out. Show me some positive places. Let me know. loveforcerevolution@gmail.com. Any of you. Send me what you think is really a positive thing and I'll check it out. But until then, I got to create it. Right? Because I don't see it much around. And I've been hanging out in positive places for over 40 years. So you see, I don't think this is something that we can take for granted or grow on tree. And somehow you guys all landed here tonight. So even if it's one shot, I hope it's a good shot. I hope it's a good infusion in your cells, man. And even if you don't think so, and that's it, not my thing. Perfect. I think it's still a vibration that got inside just hanging out. Love blast, jump starting our hearts. There goes Clark. You do music? Nice. Nice, Arcade. Yeah, we have a little thing here. It's a billows. It's a wind instrument. It's called a harmonium, They're from India. They have these things in India a lot. And so we play every now a nice song to mix things up a little bit. But yeah, I'm glad you do music. Awesomeness, so you know what I'm talking about here. So yeah. Oh yeah. So, and I write my own music because I get an idea, like I'm sharing, I'm telling everyone. There's some really good love practices in tonight's stream so far. These are tactics that you can carry out, that you actually start now to have a program to focus on and practice, like drills, so that we can have a better day, a little better day tomorrow than we've had. Please play that at some point. I will, definitely, So this one is the wisdom of the future. The wisdom of the future is now. See, I have nothing better to do than to be here now. I don't fool myself anymore to think that there's something better than right this moment. And at this moment, if I'm bored, well, I have some work to do. You see what I'm saying? Because I promise you, if I take boredom in this moment into the next moment, it's just going to be more boring. And then pretty soon my day's boring. Or you take another, depression, whatever, right? So we have to stop now. And this station is about stopping and dealing with this present moment and seeing if we can make it better. Because if you can make this moment, this breath, better, then the next one, baby, you might be on a roll. You might be on a roll. So the wisdom of the future is love. So if we're in a moment of love here, baby, that's your next moment. There's a good chance. And then the wisdom of the future is Shanti is a Sanskrit word for peace. Shanti, 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 means peace. The wisdom of the future is Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. The wisdom of the future is peace. Have a peaceful moment now. Let everything else be. Lift the heart, drop the thoughts. These are all intentions I put out for tonight. And then we say the wisdom of the future is brother, sister, namaste. So you all know that in some parts of the world they just have their hands here, and rather than a handshake, and it's just the light in me bows to the light in you. It's called namaste, another Sanskrit word, namaste. So the wisdom of the future is brother, sister. I bow to you, man. I bow to the real you. I bow to the real you. And that person bows to the real you. That's a great custom, isn't it? And then the wisdom of the future is joy. All right? So that's our song. So we're creating the future. What? You're going to Japan? Have a safe trip, man. Love Force is with you. MPECANHA2. HA2. I'll call you. All right? The wisdom of the future is love, 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 love. The wisdom of the future is love. The wisdom of the future is love, 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 love. The wisdom of the future is love. Here's that Shanti thing. The wisdom of the future is Shanti, 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 Shanti. The wisdom of the future is peace. It's a powerful Sanskrit, they say, is even as powerful, even more powerful than Latin. Apparently there's something about the Latin and the Sanskrit that is like houses power in the words, you know. More power than other languages. The wisdom of the future is love, 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 love. The wisdom of the future is love. Start over. The wisdom of the future is love, 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 love. The wisdom of the future is love. Shanti. The wisdom of the future is Shanti, 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 Shanti. The wisdom of the future is peace. The wisdom of the future is Shanti, 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 Shanti. The wisdom of the future is peace. Here's the brother-sister namaste. The wisdom of the future is brother-sister namaste. The wisdom of the future is joy, joy, joy. The wisdom of the future is joy. Then we go like this. Love, love, love. Let's love everyone. Let's love everyone. Do it again. Love, love, love. Let's love everyone. Let's love everyone. Shanti, Shanti. Peace be unto you. Peace be unto you. Shanti, Shanti. Peace be unto you. Namaste, Namaste. I bow to the light in you. I bow to the light in you. Namaste, Namaste. I bow to the light in you. Joy, 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 joy to our world. Joy to our world. One more time. Joy, joy, joy. Joy to our world. Ba, 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 ba. Hey! The wisdom of the future is love, 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 love. The wisdom of the future is love. Right here, right now, huh? The wisdom of the future is love, 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 love. The wisdom of the future is love. Hey, thank you for being in that love moment. We're creating the future tonight. Woohoo! The wisdom of the future is Shanti, 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 Shanti. The wisdom of the future is we're creating a peaceful world. The wisdom of the future is Shanti, 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 Shanti. The wisdom of the future is peace. Oh, and we're bowing to everyone. Hey, can you imagine a world where we actually respect each other? All peoples, all colors, all creeds. I do. The wisdom of the future is brother, sister, namaste. The wisdom of the future is joy, joy, joy. The wisdom of the future is joy. We'll do the nama. The wisdom of the future is brother, sister, namaste. The wisdom of the future is joy, joy, joy. The wisdom of the future is joy. Okay, final part here. Love, love, love. Let's love everyone. Let's love everyone. Mean it. Love. and freedom. Thanks for being part of this stream tonight, everybody. And it's so nice to meet Jerry and meet you, I wish I knew how to pronounce your name, MP. And Arcade, really, it's awesome. I want to see if anyone else come on there. Rainbow, thank you for joining, Rainbow. Jesus, never forget you. And Colonel, you upped it a lot of notches, man. That's when we started to really be mindful about only having positive thoughts in our brains, man. Because the brain is a sponge, and if we add that other stuff to it, we're going to be really kind of in deep, you know what. And the Clarks, always Clark, yeah. So everybody, I'm on twice a day. 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. That's Pacific Standard Time. And Sundays at 8 a.m. Come back when you need some good energy. Or maybe get proactive and come back a lot because, you know, it's hard to maintain. We need to be self-sustainable. You know, everlasting energy. You know what I mean? Batteries. Self-sustainable peace. Self-sustainable love, self-sustainable happiness. It's not that difficult. It ain't easy. Because it's our real nature, kids. It's the nature of this universe. So it's attainable if we let it be. If we let everything else be, save some of our energy so we can download some better thoughts for starters. And then when the better thoughts come in, maybe a spark or two in here. And when you get that love force going, whoo, I am telling you, MP, Arcade, oh, I didn't see that you'd followed. My little thing isn't working. It comes up and says, spark the heart, spark the heart. Boy, you make our night here, everyone who's on here. You make our night, really. For you to just say, hey, I'm following love, I'm following my heart. I just equate it all here. Because this isn't a thing, it's not my thing, it's the love thing, right? So we're just all got sparked because of you guys. Thank you. Boy, so we got a little team, family going on here. Last night I had a bunch of Italians. It was 3 o'clock in the morning this time last night. They come on, about 10 of them signed up. They wanted me to sing. You know Italian, they just like, come on, sing. We love life, you know, we love love. Grande amore, come on, you know. So there's a nice little family, a family of people who are really ready to, you know, just vibe higher, little be happier, happy to give, happy to receive. Have a good night, Colonel. Thank you, man. Have a really blissed out rest of your night, and the rest of you too. I'll see you again. We'll stay in the love force, baby. Actually, you really can't get out of the love. It is you, it is me. We can run, we can hide, we can fool, we can numb, we can do it all. But I'll tell you one thing. Love is still loving you, and love is still you, and love is everything. That's good news. Don't go, no, Arcade. That's a good sign. Arcade, that's a good sign. Thank you. I'm glad you're not confused anymore. It was just that one time. No, you know why that's good? It's like a French dinner, man. It's like a French dinner. They never feed you enough in a French restaurant. You always so you come back and get some more, right? Plus, I'm hungry myself. Arcade dreams, right? So, thank you. I love you, man. I love you, Jer. Colonel, MP, of course, the rest of you, Jesus, and Rainbow, Clark, goes without saying, baby. And if I miss someone, I love you even more. All right? Come back soon. There was a play called Oliver. If you go, will you be back soon? Do 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 do. So if you go, will you be back soon? Dee 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 dee. See you soon. Huh? We have a deal, bro. Huh? We're on a mission. Heart's on a mission. Bye. Yeah. Love you all. Check this out.